Good afternoon. It's Word at Noon on Osrc television. My name is Remy Allen. The Independent National Electoral Commission has resumed collation of results of the presidential and National Assembly elections in the 2023 general elections held on Saturday. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmoud Yakubu, said the commission expects the results of the 35 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Mahmoud also said the collation of presidential election results will be done at 4 levels. First, at the 8,889 wards, then at the 774 local government areas, then the state collation officers for the presidential election scopes at the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory will submit the votes per candidate in Abuja. In the meantime, the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC says its results viewing portal IREV has not been sabotaged or compromised, adding that the portal remains well secured. INEC Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, in a statement, said the Commission is aware of the challenges with the portal, assuring Nigerians that the outstanding problems will be resolved as soon as possible. Elections for the office of the President, 360 House of Representatives, and 109 senatorial seats were held in the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory on Saturday, and Nigerians expect the declaration of results by the electoral umpire. Many party leaders have complained that INEC officials at the polling units were unable to upload election results to the IREV. Also, the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC will today complete the presidential and National Assembly elections in 7 councils in Abia State. The State INEC Administrative Secretary, Clement Oha, who announced this in Umuahia, said the exercise followed skirmishes and discrepancies that cropped up during Saturday's poll, which the Commission insisted must be addressed through fresh polls for real and credible results to emerge. He said the things that would ensure successful polls in today's exercise have been put in place in all polling units in the 7 councils, which he listed as Obingwa, Osisioma, Ngwa, Aba North, Aba South, Umuahia North, Ohafia, and Arochukwu. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timipre Silva, has again blamed vendors and thieves for the dwindling revenue from the nation's oil and gas sector. Silva, however, insisted that the federal government was determined to end the trend through improved investment and security along the major oil and gas pipelines in the Niger Delta region. He denied that 40% of the volumes of crude losses did not come from measurement inaccuracies as claimed in the public. The minister said the government has put measures in place to restore sanity in the sector, adding that, contrary to the report, the problem associated with crude oil losses are systematic issues that the government was already handling with a view to finding permanent solutions to. Thousands have gathered in cities across Mexico to protest against the government's plan to cut the budget of the country's elections watchdog. Opponents say the changes threaten democracy, in accusation the president vigorously denies. Odwaya Soya reports.
A massive demonstration in Mexico City. The discontent is directed towards Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador's recent overhaul of the country's Independent Electoral Authority, or INE.
We're here to defend the INE so that it's not modified.
They want us to return to the days when the electoral system was controlled by the government.
We do not want the INE to be cancelled or modified. We want it to continue so there can be democratic progress in Mexico.
Last week, Congress approved a set of sweeping reforms to the INEC. Critics say these changes severely cut the agency's budget and also limit its autonomy, restricting the INEC's ability to hold political candidates who break electoral laws accountable. Political parties say that these reforms to the National Electoral Institute represent an erosion of democracy in Mexico, arguing that it was this electoral body that helped to end decades of single-party rule in Mexico and helped to usher in a new era of democracy for the country in the 21st century. For his part, President López Obrador insists the reforms to the INEC are aimed at cutting costs and increasing transparency. He has also accused the agency of being corrupt and favoring his political opponents.
El INE de México.
The INE is one of the costliest electoral organizations in the world, and also one of the most anti-democratic.
Though national elections in Mexico are still a year away, and Mexican presidents are only allowed to serve a single 6-year term, activists say future elections in the country now run the risk of being marred by distrust and corruption as they were in the years before the creation of the National Electoral Institute. Oduayo Sawyer, Osrc News.
At least 59 migrants, including 12 children, have died and dozens more are feared missing after their boat sank in rough seas off southern Italy. The overloaded vessel broke apart while trying to land with at least 150 people aboard near the coastal town of Crotone in the Calabria region. Many bodies have been recovered from the beach at a nearby seaside resort.
Calabria is a region that welcomes people. Last year we welcomed 18,000 migrants, but we can't be abandoned by the rest of Europe. This type of tragedy should have been avoided, not lived how we're having to live it today and how we will live it again in the future.
He said he was praying for the dead, the missing, and those who survived.
And on sports, Paris Saint-Germain teammates Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe are up against one another for the Best FIFA Men's Player Prize for 2022, with Ballon d'Or Karim Benzema the other contender. The ceremony holds today in Paris, and Messi appears the favorite to add another individual going to his collection after leading Argentina to glory over Mbappe's France in that epic encounter in Qatar. Argentina's Lionel Scaloni is up for the men's coach honor, along with Real Madrid's Carlos Ancelotti and Manchester City's Pep Guardiola. Brazil star Richarlison's World Cup strike against Serbia is one of the 3 nominees for the Puskás Award for Best Goal, named after Hungary great Ferenc Puskás. Current Ballon d'Or Alexia Putellas, who won the Best Award last year, is again nominated for the Women's Prize, despite being out since July with a knee injury. And that's what at noon. Thanks so much for watching. Good afternoon.